Alright, he's 10-minute presentation on the Lost Ladies fight. Does that nothing better? So the fight, there's basically like 6 or 7 attack patterns that you need to memorize. And they're all pretty simple in what you need to do. You just need to be able. So first off the bat, that's a free hit. Let's talk about the first attack pattern. She does minimum 2 dashes. And I think the best way to do this is to just, as soon as she starts dashing, you can see she holds her needle like this, or pin, I guess they have. Just jump downwards pogo, and then she's gonna do it an extra time. Just do not double jump here. Resist the urge. It's very important, because if you're above her, as she finishes the second dash, she will probably go into a diagonal upwards attack. And if you double jump, you will probably get caught. So you want to be clear of that. And this is the second pattern I want to talk about, where she does a diagonal jump. The best way to play against that is to dash under it, because that lets you punish all 3 or 4, depending on the phase, patterns of attack. To finish on the dash attack, if you're on the ground, she will do a third dash, which is kind of hard to dodge. And if you're on the ground and kind of far away, she'll do a tentacle attack, but we'll talk about that in a little bit. This is the second pattern, where she just pops up next to you and she doesn't really do anything. Oops, it's too far. Yeah, she just kind of pops up to you, doesn't really do anything, puts her pin down. She's going to do either 2 slashes or 3 slashes. If she does 2 slashes, she's going to follow up with a tentacle attack, which has a range of half the screen. What I think you're supposed to do is, when you see it, jump and then pogo down. Half the time you'll hit her. This time I didn't do that, I just ran away, which is fine. You just don't get an attack in. No, actually, oh yeah, I just jump behind. So that's fine. And you can obviously use your harpoon tactically. To touch on the harpoon really quick, you have to be sure you want to harpoon and do it immediately. If you wait a little bit too long and she goes into a parry, she'll parry your harpoon hit, you'll still get pulled in, and you'll take contact damage. It's kind of bullshit. Alright, yeah, she just does the downward attack from her diagonal jump up. That's sometimes an exit from the dash if she's way far away. I don't really know what the exact trigger is. Again, you're supposed to dash under her, but you can also dash away. It's just a little harder to judge the distance to be able to counterattack. But I'm running long nail here, so it's really easy to finish. Yeah, if she stands, like, it's really annoying. She stands like right at the edge of your screen, and then she starts charging up that tentacle attack. She also does that out of a lot of moves, like I talked about earlier. You can usually like step back a little bit, dodge it, and then harpoon in, but again, you have to harpoon immediately. So this is the second attack she can do out of jumping up, which is why you want to dash under her, because if you dash under her, you'll see it later, you can jump up, get a hit in, and then as she's like rolling down, get another hit in. So that's a lot of damage. So here we see where she does 2 slashes and then the range tentacle attack. Yeah, so this is why you shouldn't do that. This was a mistake on my part. Even if you do parry the downward hit, you'll get hit by touch damage, which sucks. So just step back and then get a hit in. So this is the parry. You'll hear it. It's the only one with like a really reliable audio cue. What you want to do is you jump just enough to clear her and then dash over. Because either she'll immediately attack from her spot to where you were standing, and in that case you get a free punish, or you can bind. This is a great spot to bind. Or she will teleport diagonally behind you and do this move, where you can either wait for her to finish, dash in, or harpoon in. I think dashing in is better because you get an extra silk. Or you can bind, which I think is what I do. Yeah, so here you see what I was talking about, hidden, and then on the way down you get a hidden. Because a lot of the times, especially in phase 3, she will not stand on the ground when she comes down. She'll just plop right into the floor and pop out somewhere else. And general notes, I should have talked this from the beginning. You kind of want to have a screen's distance when you're fighting Lace, just to be able to react to her moves. If you have like crazy reaction speed, you don't need to do that. I don't, so I need a little bit more space. And you want to stand underground as much as possible. I found that like being in the air a lot was really easy to like just take random damage from her, like popping up from the ground and you can't escape, or doing like up moves and stuff like that. So here we see the punish where she counters and parries like directly. There she was about to wind up one of those triple slashes, but I've done this fight too much, so I knew intrinsically, basically, she was probably gonna get staggered there. It's not luck, I promise. There, just perfect. So once she does that, you can do like get 2 or 3 hits in, and then she starts. This is phase 2 now. She starts spawning these tentacles, which are really annoying because you're paying attention to this and she's doing something in the meantime. So do not take your eyes off. Also, sometimes she'll spawn 2 of them like on either side of you, and then as they finish, she'll pop out of one of them. This is another move she can do from the air, starting phase 2, where she'll spawn 3 of these. Personally, I think they're really hard to see, like blobs, and they shoot projectiles at you. The projectiles arc down, so you have to take that into account. But she's vulnerable for a lot of that move, so you can get a lot of hits. Yeah, this is why you should not jump a lot, because you get punished like that. Here, if you're between the 2 middle ones like that, they're gonna turn into like saw blades soon. Just jump, don't be a hero. I always try to like stand right in the middle, and I always get hit by something. Yeah, so she spawns stuff and then she's doing something in the meanwhile. Do not take your eyes off of her. Nothing new really, we're just waiting for phase 3 to show up. Probably when she does that move like that, you can get like 2-3 hits in, so it's like a little intimidating, but that's when you can get most damage in. And this is foreshadowing for one of the moves in phase 3, where you see the ground kind of rumble. The giant saw blades will come through, one from each side. So, make sure to dodge that. Use the flame grip, whatever it's called. Alright, phase 3, everything's a little faster, and she gets, I think, that move that we just talked about, and she, like, throws out a bunch of garbage. Yeah, there, I was talking about tentacles, and then she pops out of one of them. She can do, like, all of her air moves, so either spawn the black blobs, the white blobs, downwards attack, or tentacle. And finishing all of them to save, run under her, get a hit in. here, kind of still full health. You use your silicone skills so you can go a little faster. Yeah, so probably ground rumbling. This is the last move you're gonna see, last new move. If you get hit by this giant sphere, they're pretty easy to dodge, but if you get hit, that's 3 massive damage. And no matter what happens, she will do that ground pound move with like big pools next to her. So just make sure to get out of the way for that, or you can jump. I usually just run away. Which corner starts moving the most is where the first Alright, that was my fault. That's my fault. Don't be a big. Just take this fight slow. This is where I don't listen to my own advice. 2 saw blades, I try and stand in the middle, I get hit. Just don't be a hero. Magnetite dice bailed me out this time, but I could have just jumped and it would have been the same. Alright, again, she was winding up one of those triple slashes. I played this fight too much. That's the whole presentation. There you go. Now it is up to you to defeat Lost Lace.